World War III will take place. Nuclear weapon will be used. The technology the human race have created will be the reason for their destruction. Now, when nuclear war starts, don't worry about lockdowns. And please don't worry about no viruses, don't worry about no climate change. Those nuclear warheads will take care of any climate change. The temperature will be so hot, even if you're in Antarctica, you will be going out with a singlet. Instead of minus 53, minus 60 degrees, it will be plus 160 degrees. You will be boiled, no problem. So is this what man is proud of? We've created the nuclear weapon. Wow. Look at us. We can fly a plane 5,000 miles away by remote control. Look at us. We've put how many satellites in orbit? Look at us. We are building a station on the moon and in space. Look at us. World War III will 100% commence in the Middle East, and it will engulf the entire globe, but it will start in the Middle East. United States, Great Britain, France, China, Russia. And when you see people lying to one another, realize these are the fruits of Satan, no one else. The beginning to World War III was Iraq being struck, i.e. the river Euphrates drying up. When the river Euphrates dried up, what happened? Look at verse 12. So that the way of the kings from the east might be prepared. So that the way of the kings from the east. When you go to the Aramaic text, from the east of the sun, S-U-N, it's not mentioned in the New King James Version. The word S-U-N, it's not mentioned. It says here, so that the way of the kings of the what? From the east might be prepared. It should say from the east of the sun, S-U-N. That's in the Aramaic text. One of the oldest manuscripts ever to exist. From the east might be prepared. Now, why is it from the east of the sun? Because if you say the kings, to prepare the way for the kings to come from the east, that means those kings are going to come from the east, and it could be the Middle East. No, it is the east of the sun, S-U-N. Why? And who are these kings coming? When the Euphrates River dries up, it's going to make the way. It will lay the way for the kings from the east of the sun to come. Last time, if you recall, if you remember, when we spoke about the sun, S-U-N, we said the sun represents knowledge and glory. Remember? It represents knowledge and glory. And it talks about technology. Technology comes from knowledge. And the more knowledgeable you become, the more glorified you become. When they look at someone so educated, everybody praises that person. Look at this professor. Look at this doctor. This person has PhD. This person is a theologian. This person is a professor in whatever field they are. What are they receiving from people? Glory. People come, sometimes pay money to listen to their wisdom. So knowledge brings glory. These kings, the way will be prepared for them once the river Euphrates is dried up, and they will come from the east of the sun. Now, who are the kings in the east, from the east of the sun? Well, let's go to those who are in the United Nations of the Security Council members. If you're not sure about this, in the Security Council in the United Nations, there are 15 members in that Security Council. Committee, whatever. There's 15 countries. When they want to decide on something, they need a minimum of 9 votes out of 15 to call it a decision being reached. However, there are 5 permanent members in the Security Council of the UN. These 5 permanent members, if one only says no and uses their veto, no decision can ever be reached. Even if 14 say yes, if 1 out of the 5 permanent members adhere to their veto, they will override any decision. Who are the 5 permanent members in the Security Council of the UN? United States, Great Britain, France, China, Russia. United States, Great Britain, France, China, Russia. Out of these 5 names that I called out, who are the kings from the east of the sun? China, Russia. These are Eastern kings. America, Great Britain, Western kings. France, swinging. And might end up with Russia and China in the end. Let me tell you this fact. The only country out of the entire Western world, the only country out of the entire Western world that will never betray America is Great Britain. They will never walk away from America. They will never go against America. The only loyal country that will always be with America is Great Britain. Why? Because Great Britain made America. It's their produce. And we spoke about this in very depth in Revelation 13. Recall Revelation 13. So the kings of the east will come when the river Euphrates is dried up.
In order for him to achieve his objective, a Pax Judaica, for Israel to rule the world, he has to make Israel very, very big, like the United States. But that's not possible. Israel cannot expand. Israel is surrounded by the Arabs. Forget it. Or the world has to become much smaller. Which one will it be? The answer is the world will have to become much smaller. And that's why we're going to have nuclear war. They want the nuclear war. And they've already prepared for nuclear war with the underground bunkers and so on. So they will survive. In order to have the nuclear war, they've got to provoke Russia. It will become small. Are you beginning to understand now what's happening in the world? Yeah. The next event that is about to occur from our eschatology is the Great War. Let me quote the hadith that the Turkish government is not comfortable with. And the Ottoman Empire wished that this hadith could be rubbed up and put away. Nobody read it. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam is talking to his companion Mu'az ibn Jabal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And they're sitting next to each other. His hand is on his shoulder, I think. And he said to him about the signs of Akhirul Zaman. The hadith is in the Sunan of Abi Dawood. And he says to him, Umran Bayt al-Maqdis, when Jerusalem is center stage and flourishing, built up. Kharabu Yathrib. At that time, look to Medina and you see Medina in forlorn dissolution. No event in Medina, nothing. It plays absolutely no role whatsoever, even in Arab affairs. Kharabu Yathrib Khuruj al-Malhama. When that occurs, which is where we are now, then look for the Malhama. The Malhama is a great war. The Malhama is not just a great war. It's a war like no war has ever been. None. First time. What kind of war will it be? Hadith in Sahih Bukhari that 99 out of every 100 of the combatants will die, will be killed. 99% will be killed and only 1% will survive. I hope NATO is listening. If you're in the US Armed Forces or if you're in the British Armed Forces, please stop and listen to this lecture, because your chiefs will not tell you this. When you attack Russia, listen, 99 out of every 100 will be killed. This does not happen in conventional warfare. The only way that 99 out of every 1,000 can be killed is if it's a war with weapons of mass destruction. Among the weapons of mass destruction that we know of are nuclear weapons and thermonuclear weapons, but there could be others that we don't know about. That's what is in the hadith. And each one will say, I will be the one who would survive, meaning they're going to enter into this war not knowing that they're going to win or not. There'll be uncertainty when they enter into this war. My opinion, and when I give an opinion, of course, never accept it unless you're convinced that it is correct. My opinion is that NATO is preparing for war with Russia. And I'm not the only one who holds that view. There are many others. And the war is around the corner. And once that war takes place, it is inevitable that it would eventually become nuclear war. We don't know whether it will start a nuclear war or whether it will be a conventional war which will eventually become nuclear war. We don't know. I'm not a prophet. I don't have an angel speaking to me, no. We know that the war is going to come soon, because the longer they wait to attack Russia, the stronger Russia becomes. And the nice thing, the wonderful thing that makes our hearts so warm is that Russia is not afraid of them. If Russia is standing up against the oppressor, then why can't you see that you should support the one who is standing up against the oppressor? Russia knows that nuclear war will destroy Russia. They know that. But the Orthodox Christian Russian people are not afraid of death. No. No one is saying to Putin, be careful, we don't want nuclear war. No, the Russians are not doing that. If an Orthodox Christian is not afraid of death, why should a Muslim be afraid of death? If an Orthodox Christian is setting the example of courage in standing up to the greatest oppressor that the world has ever known, why can't a Muslim be the same? What's wrong with the world of Islam? Why have we lost our courage? We should not be afraid to die. A Muslim is not afraid to die. And tonight, from Surah Al-Amin, we say to NATO, even if millions of us have to die, we don't mind. We want the oppressor to bite the dust.